Yo, what's happening? It is January 10th, Thursday. I am sitting outside the gym, getting ready to go inside and do my third day this week. This is a press day following 531. I'm on another cycle of it, so thought I'd sit here and enjoy some pre-workout Pop-tarts. That's red velvet, baby. That is, they are tasty. I I have my last package left, and I think I bought these 2 days ago, something like that. So thought I'd enjoy these while I do a little talking. Um, Subject of moderate and flexible dieting lately. I'm sure that'll always be one of my biggest focal points that I have in a lot of my videos, is because it's something that changed my life, and I've helped to change a lot of other people's lives by introducing them to that and getting them going with it and explaining it to them. But a moderate, flexible diet that is primarily comprised of whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean protein sources, low-fat dairy, things like that, and then in moderation, in small amounts, eating things like this doesn't affect you at all. I mean, your body doesn't really see as Pop-Tart. Like, the inside, it's not like, oh man, he's eating a Pop-Tart. On the inside, it's like, hey, there's some carbohydrates. What can we do with that? That's more how your body's seeing it. Not like, oh, it's a Pop-Tart. That's processed. It's dirty food. Your body doesn't understand that. Your body doesn't know what's good, what's bad, what's dirty, what's clean. It doesn't. No matter what wacko tells you that it does, it doesn't. Anyways, on the subject of moderate, flexible dieting, um, just eat a majority of your food. Good whole foods. Like, you know what that is. I mean, for me to sit here and explain to you that you should be eating lean sources of protein like lean beef, chicken, turkey breast, things like that, and eggs. Man, eggs are fantastic. And then, low-fat dairy, skim milk if you want, cottage cheese, low-fat yogurt, things like that. Like, that's all great. Fine and dandy. Greek yogurt, great. Even grains, bread, it's not going to hurt you. If you are not allergic to things in food, if you're not lactose intolerant, milk is not bad for you. If you're not allergic to, if you don't have celiac or anything like that, then, gluten, it's not going to hurt you. So all these people who don't have allergic reactions to food and they're eating, like, gluten-free food and things like that, what the hell are you doing? I don't understand that. There's some people who eat a certain way because they have moral dilemmas. Like, my own sister is a vegan. Well, kind of a vegan. She eats meat sometimes. Um, but more or less, and that's what I've come to find with most vegans, they're kind of vegans or kind of vegetarians, things like that. Because most vegetarians don't even follow it appropriately. They're not supposed to eat other certain things, but they do constantly. Anyways, so vegans, I understand if you don't eat certain foods because morally you have things wrong with the way food is processed or what's done, but you can always think of, like, some of the people who are working out in the fields picking the produce, things like that. I mean, that's a pretty big issue too. Why isn't that more of a concern to a lot of people? You know, where pesticides are more important to them than the way people are treated that are picking the produce. I don't understand that. That to me is a skewed moral compass, but to each their own. Whatever is important to you is important to you. Whatever is important to me is important to me. My opinion, your opinion. But anyways, so if you don't have any allergies, if you don't mind the way, your food is gotten, things like that, then eat. Like, seriously, just eat. Eat a good, healthy diet. Eat some things you like in moderation, in small amounts, and you'll be healthier. And you gotta remember, healthy isn't just physical. It's very mental and emotional. Psychological health is so important. Man, some of the healthiest people out there aren't healthy up here. You know, physically they're fit, they're in great shape, but up here, they're not in the best shape. So, you know, these go hand in hand. You know, you can't get your best success and results in the gym without, you know, this being connected to what you're doing in your body. And the same thing. I mean, it's a whole thing, and you gotta focus on everything. You know, and that's a topic of like I can get into self-love and appreciating yourself and having self-confidence in yourself and just enjoy what you do. Eat the food you like. Eat the foods that aren't, you know, I'd say the most dense in nutrients. I say that with a lot of fiber in them, you know, and a lot of micronutrients. If they don't have a lot of the other stuff, just eat that stuff in moderation, small amounts. I personally stay away from fried foods, and I just limit as much you know, a lot of sugar in my diet that doesn't come from natural sources like fruit, you know, fructose. But that's it. I eat fruits, vegetables, lean meats, grains, dairy, and this stuff every day. Got my blood work back, and the doctor said it was the best blood work she's ever seen. And she said, "You must eat a pretty healthy diet." I said, "I consider it to be one." She said, and we just kind of got on the topic of discussing what I eat. And I said, whole eggs, you know, grilled onion burgers every day, Pop-tarts, you know, dairy, all sorts of things. And she was just like very, you know, interested listening to me talk. And I said, you know, part of, you know, spikes in cholesterol, aside from it being hereditary, you know, genetically and things like that, is going to come from overconsumption. A lot of things, putting pressure on your body, and you know, because we're not meant to be overweight. We're meant to carry some fat in our bodies. We're not meant to be overweight. You know, we're meant to use that fat for energy and you know, to protect us. But we're not meant to be very overweight, and that's when the body starts getting affected. That's really where we see the biggest issues. I'm kind of going off on tangents, but I'm done with this. I gotta go lift. I gotta get my stuff done. Be happy. Eat a good diet. Eat the things you love in moderation. These small things. That's it. Don't let somebody tell you otherwise, that you're doing it wrong, because you're doing it right. As long as you gotta, you know, the majority of your diet comes from good sources. The end.